35 incredible things caught on CCTV camera. CCTVs are not only great for security purposes, but also are good when it comes to capturing some interesting videos. Today we'll be looking at 35 incredible things that were caught on CCTV cameras. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. A nice doggy. Trespassing or just passing someone's yard could be risky because if you're scared of dogs, there is a high chance one might chase you. This guy was really afraid of dogs. When he was about to put luggage in his car, a dog came after him. But what happened afterwards? Let's find out. A virtuoso cook. Cooking requires skills, but sometimes you have to add a little bit of luck to it. Don't know what I'm saying? Well, something bad happened to this heartbroken cook. Let's find out. The best human helpers. If a terrifying mouse broke into your house, you need some assistance, and dogs are there to help. Cats can sometimes be lazy, but big dogs are always energetic. Here's some great dogs helping their owners against a terrifying little mouse. Busted moment. In games like GTA, it's always fun to drift, even in front of the officers. But in real life, you always have to remain sharp. Not for deadly turns, but mostly because of officers on patrol. Parking gone wrong. Some say driving requires a lot of IQ, while some say drivers are too lazy to follow the signs. But whatever the case, this lady nearly met her death when a car crashed into her shop. Photography at its worst. Photographers are carried out for their amazing skills, but sometimes the best moments caught become the worst moments for photographers. Am I talking about puzzles? Well, this lady was photographing when something really bad happened to her. A great driver. Great drivers are not those who are too good at drifting or those who participate in legal races. They're the ones who are too good at damaging others' properties. This great driver right here crashed the dustbins. Sleeping at work. This is the reason why you shall never sleep at work. These guys were too tired, so they decided to take a cat nap. But for one of them, it became his worst nightmare. After this incident, he'll never dare to sleep at work. Goats having fun. Who said that climbers and slides are just for kids? They probably didn't see this CCTV footage. In the clip, some goats are having a memorable time. So let's look into their fine time. The brakes. This guy here forgot to apply brakes. He arrived at home and was just about to park when he crashed into the wall. He completely destroyed the wall and the plants. You'd say he was drunk, but he seemed completely fine to me. The perfect helpers. Like I said earlier, dogs are the perfect partners one could find, because they're not only handy, but also smart. This guy was having a hard time. That's when the guy's dog came up with a better idea. He went inside and brought something that changed the whole scenario. Reversing a three-wheeler. Are you the ones who suffer a lot when reversing a vehicle? Even if you do, I'm sure you won't be worst at it, just like this guy. This guy was reversing when his vehicle betrayed him. After watching this footage, I came to know that I'm not the only one who faces problems with reversing. Bumping the pillar. When you choose to walk down the road, make sure you're attentive to your surroundings. If you keep using your phone or keep looking at the back, worse things can happen. If you need an example to learn from, we got one for you. Another great driver. When you learn how to park from Dr. Driving, this is what happens. The driver drove perfectly between the lines, but just like the other one, he forgot to pedal the brakes. His little car seemed to like nature and decided to park there. The stumbled one. This is something that happened to most of us. When you decide to take the stairs instead of the elevator, you shall be very careful, because if you're not, you'll be the next one in our video. Poor guy didn't even get a chance to fill his stomach. A perfect tragedy. Tragedies are not something that we should laugh at, but this one will make you laugh till your belly hurts. A guy happened to cross the path, but it was covered by the chairs and tables, so he decided to cross over. During that moment, something hysterical happened. A bad day at work. This guy thought he'd just have his normal day working at the mall, but no, fate had decided something else for him. When he was putting things away, the bracket betrayed him, and this happened. A broken mirror. We'll never run out of fools in this video. This lady parked her car and was about to go inside the house. But first, like a respectable citizen, she had to close the door behind her. Little did she know that this little maneuver is going to cost her a lot. The truck driver. People say truck drivers are skillful because they spend their lifetime driving these gigantic machines. But this truck driver was too lazy to pay attention. So what happens when you don't pay attention? Probably this. Too crazy to leave. Here's another example of what happens when you don't pay attention. This guy was so desperate to leave the building that he forgot he was carrying a large baseball bat. Man, this must have hurt a lot. A delivery guy. Delivery guys are the best heroes because they don't even have to deal with the unwanted troubled dogs, but sometimes with the owner's craziness. This guy delivered the package, but he decided to touch the witch, and then this happened. Saving the bottle. Here's another hero who was caught catching a bottle. This lady right here was trying to put the bottles back into place, but one bottle slipped from her hands. Luckily, the other was there to save the day and her employment. The worst day at work. Most of you guys don't have someone to save the day when you're having the worst day at your work. Just like this guy. He was bringing flasks inside, but then this happened. I pity this poor guy who was just trying to save one pile, but then he happened to cause more trouble. A dance fight. Living with a mouse is one of the creepiest thoughts. Not until you have them as a pet. This man had 2 rats living with him without his knowledge. Just when he was busy on his phone, just like you are, 2 of the rats decided to have a wiggle dance fight. Another great driver. The cringy drivers will never expire. We've got you another clip worth watching. This lady decided to go to the mall but hardly knew how to park. So she bumped it into another bike just like after crashing her bike. A GTA scene. What I love in GTA games is banging the hydrant. This truck driver thought he was playing one of those games, so he bumped into the hydrant and the water kept wasting. Let's have a good look at it. Cat food is the best. We've got a cute thief right here. The dog is Arsène Lupin, a master of disguise. He gets inside a shop very gently and steals a bag, but the bag happened to be cat food, not dog food. I guess it's okay with that. A real thief. This guy was trespassing and was probably going to break in, but these guard dogs saved the day. He tried to trick them by jumping from the other side, but still the dogs caught up to him. What happens afterwards worth $1 million. The crazy doors. The guy here was trying to get inside his house, but these doors wouldn't let him go inside. Probably his wife was angry at him and they were trying to save him. After lots of trying, finally he gets inside. Greeting goes wrong. You shall never greet someone else's guard dogs or you'll end up just like her. She's an honorable lady and tried to greet her neighbor's dogs. But I guess they didn't like her, so they came after her. But will she get away from them? Let's find out. Men will be men. What do you do when you see a beautiful lady walking down the road? Probably what this guy did. He saw a lady and couldn't keep his eyes off her, and this happened. The peeing dog. If you own a dog, then you'd know they like peeing in the neighbor's yard. But this dog right here decided to do something more creative and annoying. He peed on the lady as she sat down. Swimming after a boat. Docking is extremely difficult in terms of riding a normal vehicle. This guy's boat decided to do a trick on this guy. It floated with the water while he kept chasing it. The guy was pretty fast, though. Taking shortcuts. Do you like taking shortcuts? Well, I'm sure you won't after watching this guy. In the middle of a broken pathway, he dared to take a risky shortcut. But it didn't go well, and this happened. Being Ronaldo. What happens when you see Ronaldo's moves for a whole week? Probably you get inspired like this guy. He tried to do a 360 with a balloon, but as balloons are a lot lighter and it takes a lot of time to come back, he embarrassed himself in front of the others. Well, I'm sorry to say, guys, but you've reached the end of our video. Now don't forget to drop down your favorite clip. If you admired our video, press the like button and subscribe to our channel for more interesting, trendy videos. We'll see you in the next one.